All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, YouTube World, Eric Harlan. And I was supposed to have a guest on. He may be late or he may not be able to show up. I'm not going to be doing this live very long, maybe a max of 30 minutes, just hitting a few topics. Want to shout out to my subscribers and my fans. And I don't know. I guess the first topic I can talk about right now that I just a little while ago got news on. I haven't watched any of it, the King of the Table, but I did hear that Hermes ultimately won in the Vitali match, which was probably, oh snap, who do we got? Oh, oh,
The
all
man's here
right,
now. What do
ladies
you
and
want?
gentlemen, this is David Cotlow,
Can you have
the
more than one?
hypocrite.
Can you have more than one person here?
No, no, no. This is just I do this through YouTube. I don't do it through Zoom, and it's just one person at a time.
Oh, so it's not gonna be an orgy, no gangbang.
No, 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 none of that garbage. Nope.
I sent the
I was
link to
just
more people.
talking about the.
I said I
Oh
sent the
well,
link to more people. I was
they
hoping to have a
they.
party.
Yeah.
Hey, what'd you do with my
Well,
$5? My $5 donation. Are you gonna go buy an ice cream cone, or what are you gonna use it for?
it's still in there.
Accruing
I
interest.
actually heard the true story about that.
Yeah. So I
Ryan
told. I
Grindon
told.
told me that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I said I told Grondin, Nunya, and Eric Warren. I said whoever donates first, I will match their donation, no matter what the amount is. If it's $100, $5. So Grondin was first. He put $5 in, so I jumped in with $5. But if they would have put a big money in, I would have matched them. But yeah, Grondin jumped right in.
Yeah, he just wanted to see if you meant it or not.
Yeah,
We
I
all know
definitely
how
meant it.
silly Mr. Ryan Grinding can be.
Yeah, so you got your $10. What's the plan? Anybody else donate yet?
Um, Actually, I believe I have. She's an elderly black lady who's a friend of mine. We've
I thought
known
you
each
were.
other for
Oh,
a
you're
few years
serious.
now.
I thought you were joking.
No, no, I'm not joking.
Mm.
We're more than just Facebook friends. She was actually a coworker of mine for around a year and a half back a few years ago when I worked for the chicken factory over here in Perry called Purdue, and she was somebody who I could talk to about this, that, and the third, and she enjoyed my company and I enjoyed hers.
Your
Very
company,
nice,
huh?
very nice lady.
Your company, or your something more than your company?
No, no, none of that. No,
Your company.
no,
Woo, woo.
nah,
Well,
no.
I saw
But
Chris Warren said he wanted to donate to you as well. So maybe we'll get a little more money there.
I don't know. We'll see.
Are you guys
But
gonna have a match?
I
She said.
believe she may be sending me something in the mail just to answer your question.
I heard Chris Warren say he would sponsor your flight up to Winter Blast to pull him. What's the story? Are you gonna pull him, or what's gonna happen with that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He said that, but honestly, I don't trust the guy.
No,
Um,
it's a setup. It's a trap.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. I mean, as far as I know, I might wind up in a. You ever seen that movie with Nicolas Cage called Wicker Man?
No, they're probably gonna put a bag over your head, throw you in the
The,
trunk of a car.
yeah, you're breaking up pretty bad there.
All right, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna see if somebody else wants to jump on. I see Josh Berger says, "Where's Beer Man?" You got to get Evan in here.
Yeah, Beer Man was supposed to be my guest, Unfortunately, and I've told David Schell this, but he's dealing with a flat tire. So
Well, his phone still works, doesn't it? I think your phone still works when you get a flat tire.
yeah. I asked him too. I was like, "Whoa, dude, as popular as a guy you are, you ain't got nobody coming to help you." He's like,
Yeah, call
"Yeah, I got
AAA.
somebody." I was
They
like,
can call
"Okay, good."
AAA. He can stream in the driver's seat while they're fixing the tire. All right, see you later, man.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you. Yep, that's the story, Josh Berger. Beer Man was going to be my guest. You can believe it or not, but like I said, he's had a flat tire, so he may be in here a little late. I'm only going to do this live for 30 minutes. But going back to the King of the Table, I had heard it was a real banger between Ernie's and Vitali. A real banger. Uh, I'm pretty sure that match might wind up being match of the year, uh, possibly. Um, I heard that, like I thought, Devin Larratt smashed Georgie. There's no surprise there. Um, I got to talk about old Eric Wolf, man. Uh, he had his opponent, man, twice, I believe, in that match in a good position. If he'd have just went, instead of having him here and having him close to the pad, just get his shoulder behind it while keeping the hand, or something. Bob Brown put it this way: if you have your opponent where Eric Wolf had his opponent in that super match, man, and you can't get him to the pad, you can't arm wrestle because he had that guy's hand, man. Um, that was like some younger days Monster Michael Todd shit right there. Eric Wolf should have had that. But, I guess maybe he didn't feel strong enough to ring around and bring his shoulder behind his hand, maybe, I guess. But I'd have definitely tried for it. And then, of course, we have the Tom Stubblebine had a good start in his match against Freddie Sanchez. Uh, Freddie obviously has more than one weapon in his arsenal, and it was going on the inside. Tom Stubblebine could not handle going on the inside with Freddie. Uh, so that was a okay match. Probably the shittiest match of the night was Paul Italia and Ryan Grondin. There was no surprise there. I knew that fucker was going to lose 3-0, straight up. I knew he was going to lose, and of course, Ryan Grondin hits me up afterwards in a DM saying, "Oh, I stopped him. I did better than you against him." Maybe so, maybe so. But nobody cares about that shit. It's all about either winning or not. And I don't know. So much for that being a main event. For those who are curious about the old Chris Warren, aka Captain Pretentious, and me, yes, it is true that I was contacted first before anybody about or by Mr. Walter, I believe is, or Walton Walter, some guy I've been Facebook friends with for a little while, and he just hit me up. Said he was going to offer $1,000, I believe, to the winner, and then then I gave him uh, some of my terms. There was no date talked about. He didn't say nothing about this taking place at Winter Blast. None of that was talked about. I just gave him my terms, and then he said he'd get back with me. He has not gotten back with me, but I will let it be known right here that I will not be competing in March for this kind of match. I need more time because some of y'all who actually follow me may know, but I'll just say this again. I have not trained in over a month now, unfortunately. With all this labeling me off and contacted promoters and all the shit that went down after I did what I did, and then everybody stirring the pot and then going and talking to other people like they really need to know this, know what I said or whatever. Because really, for the most part, uh, I mean, unless you were black and sensitive, nobody really gives a shit about small stuff like that. Um, so it did cripple me a little bit on a personal level because, I had to break away from Mason. I broke away from one of the two arm wrestling groups that I was part of. The other one or the other one that I'm still a part of, or the guy, I should say, uh, he hasn't wanted to pull. He's always had something supposedly coming up on Sunday. So I've not trained whatsoever for over a month. So my tendons are really getting a good bit of rest. So I'm in the process of saving money and getting my own table and starting my own thing. Um, and believe me, I will make a post and let everyone know when I have my own table because I'll be back in the saddle again. Um, I was really hoping Beer Man would cut on me here, man. I've seen a lot of his matches, man. This guy's really a legend, in my opinion, and a character. I wonder if he was technically the first one to come with that "just say go," because he was in a match a year or so ago with Jason Tiny Constantine in a home setting or what have you. And Jason was in the setup covering his thumb. Beer Man's looking at the ref like, just say go. I don't care if he's covering my thumb. Very entertaining guy. Had a lot of questions for him, too. Uh, Watching him with Austin Jackson, I think it was a year or two ago. That was entertaining. Ryan Bowen as well. That was a decent one. Um, but yeah, I really wanted to ask him if that fight between him and Paul Maiden was real, because where I don't know if y'all ever caught it or not, but when he comes around with that beer in the hand to whack him with it, it just goes behind Paul Maiden's neck. So it's like it begs the question, and no fists were really thrown either. It was just like a little scuffle, and then they were pulled apart. So I'm wondering if that was all, show right there. Glad to see that this Ryan grinding, and I'm really looking forward to somebody keeping their word on their match in March with Paul Italia. Yeah, yeah, really looking forward to seeing someone get their shit broken. See if they're a man of their word, straight up. He's probably gonna have to eat his words. So I'm sure he's not much of a glutton for pain. If he is, I mean, whatever. Uh, if you're wondering what's going on with me, nothing really too much. I'm just chilling out, like I said. Uh, really, really can't wait until I get my own table and get back into training and everything. Because in competition, Um, all right, what you guys got to ask me or say? Any trolls in the chat? Where you at? Where you at? No trolls? No trolls? Okay. Uh, what match in March are you referring to? Oh, it's the it's the Paul Italian Nanya match. Nanya, not too long ago, explicitly stated in I believe it was on a live, I believe it was on 98, but he basically explicitly stated that Paul Italian will have to break his arm in order to beat him. So supposedly Nanya is going to be like 100 into it, and he doesn't even care if he breaks his arm. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Oh, Captain will smash me. Okay. Look, I've seen those arms. I know he's got big arms, but he won't be the first. He won't be the first 300 or almost 300 pounder that I'll drop, as far as I'm concerned. Now, just so y'all know, I'm not saying that 100. I think I can beat him. He may he may be uh, a good test. I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is to those who like to troll and talk smack and everything, I have not run from this match. Somebody contacted me and this, that, and the third, as y'all know, or some of y'all may know. And I mean, I'm just waiting to hear back from them. I'm wondering what's next for Devin Lair. I really am, because it's like it really irks me, you know, because of the fact that Devin Lair is a paper champion. He's only champion because Gennady did an ego lift and hurt himself. So I would say, as opposed to somebody who said Devin Laird is number two in the world to Levon, I'd say he's number three. I did not too long ago through Ingen Terzi hear that somebody dangerous is making their way back, but that's all I heard. That's all I heard. Another thing that I'm wondering about is at the East versus West 10. Uh, Ingen Terzi, I believe, maybe spat out an Easter egg because after Todzilla had beat Ungerbayev, uh, Ingen came up to the stage and was asking him who he'd like to face next. Obviously, Todzilla was very humble and even said something to the effect of basically having another run against Ungerbayev. But Ingen Terzi mentioned John Brzenk, which gets me thinking because I remember not too long ago, it was, I believe, on Travis Bajent's live, where he talked about how some of his wins over John Brzenk in the past were actually given to him by John for promotional reasons. When I first heard that, that really got me thinking because it's like, I wonder how many of these matches are just like that. Because if it's done in one way, who's to say it's not being done already and has been for God knows how long? in these types of super matches, main events that are built up to and everything. And then there's, it's kind of like, in a way, like WWE scripting, make it look good like a real battle, and then you're going to win instead of, even though this person may be actually better, we're going to build it up. You're going to lose. See, that's what I'm thinking with the whole John Brzenk and Todzilla, because I really believe possibly, obviously, I'm not 100, but it's just a kind of like a conspiracy theory. Uh oh. Hey,
Yeah, I went
Dave
on.
and Schell.
I went on to the link earlier, and it was just showing me what you were doing. It wasn't letting me dial in, so I don't know what the problem is. But in any event,
You're breaking up pretty bad there.
well, I don't know. Is that better? Any better?
Yeah. Whatever you're doing, yeah. I can hear you. You're frozen on my screen, but it may look different on the actual live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'm seeing you fine.
Okay. Appreciate you joining me, Professor.
Yeah, like I say, I was expecting something earlier, and I saw you had David on, but so I think I almost lost you there.
Wow, that was weird. It just
Yeah, I don't know.
restarted somehow.
Yeah. In any event, yes, Ryan is unable, of course, to answer any of this because right about now he is in the air somewhere between Cincinnati and
Oh yeah,
Philadelphia on his way home. And I think, yes,
gotcha.
I have, of course, I have discussed his situation from Saturday with him. And, I think there is some truth to that of all the people that I have watched Paul pull, the only people that slowed him down were Alex, of course, Alex Guth beat him, and Ryan. And the thing that
Yep.
I'll probably be putting up a post later tonight myself. I think what is especially remarkable with Ryan, Ryan can be very proud of that. The 3-0 doesn't really answer all the questions, and I'm not taking that away from Paul. But this was, I don't know if people are aware of this. That first match that they had last night was only the fifth time. That's number 5, fifth time in Ryan's career that he put his right arm on the table in competition. He has only been in 2
Gotcha.
tournaments in all that time, so I think everybody would agree he did astonishingly well for someone that this was his 5th pull of his career.
Okay. Now, one of those was with that. Was it? I think it was Gary. It was that
Oh,
staged
okay.
one
Okay.
at a
Well, okay. I'm
Travis
sorry.
event.
I'm sorry. I don't remember what arm that was, but yes, okay. If that's the case, then it might be the 7th. I had forgotten about that. Yeah, but that was the thing there. Yes, okay. It might be the 7th time. He's been in 2 tournaments that were not a production. Before he was in one at in Maryland when he first started, which was just open. There was no amateur. It was his first tournament ever. He was also at the Keystone States, also amateur. In both cases, pulled just amateur, went 0-2. And so this would, like I say, there were those 4 pulls, and you are correct. I was not thinking about Gary Roberts' spectacle, and that went no more than, I think Travis stopped that after 2 rounds, I believe. It was supposed to go 5, but it stopped. He stopped it.
Gotcha. Well, one of the things I was talking about before you came on is
Oh,
I have this.
I've been listening to the whole thing. I was watching your program. I just was not on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was talking about the possible third match between Todzilla and John Brzenk,
Well,
because
we
that was
certainly want.
something on the East versus West thing that you know, jokingly, it seemed like on the outside that Ingen Terzi was hinting at, but who knows? Maybe he was serious.
Well, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I do not follow a lot of the national, international stuff. I am far. I mean, obviously, if it's someone that I know that I have met, such as Paul Lynn, for example, I'm very interested in how he's going to do. But with all due respect, the things that people I do not have not met, or especially get these things at King of the Table with, a shall we say, a Russian that I can't pronounce his name and a Georgian I can't pronounce his name. I mean, I'm sure they're having an excellent match, but I don't follow it. I am much more
Yeah.
interested, to be perfectly honest with you, in how your match will fare with Captain Pretentious, assuming it takes place, and Danya and Natalia, because I've met both of them. I pulled both of them, so I'm interested in theirs. What would be especially interesting, although I would certainly recommend you do not do it, is your MMA match with Ryan Grondin, because quite frankly, you will live to regret it. I think you'll live to regret it. Either you won't live to regret it, or
Oh,
you won't.
you
To me,
think
you won't
so?
live. Yes. No. No. You. I strongly recommend that if you wish to keep such teeth in your head and eyes in your socket, that you do not have that with Ryan. You would be surprised.
I don't know. It's really hard for me to see for such a big guy like that.
Well, it was really hard to for Paul Italia to remember he thought he was going to just blast through Mister Twinkies and actually as it turned out two of his three wins were on fouls. He only pinned
Yep.
Ryan
Yep.
once.
Oh boy, we're getting with the technicalities.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 I'm
Uh,
not. Once again, I'm not taking anything away from Paul. And there was, as you know, a massive weight difference. But I'm saying that I think well, I shouldn't say I think. Paul has told Ryan that he found that Ryan was a lot stronger than he would have expected.
yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I think I can reveal that much without revealing a confidence.
Well, another one that was being instigated also by Paul Italia is a actual arm wrestling match between me and Grondin. And on that live after the main event with him and Paul, uh, no, Paul said something before the mic was given to Grondin about he was wondering or wanting to see what else is in store for Grondin arm wrestling wise, which I thought was a very interesting comment. Because Ryan Grondin on a live not too long ago explicitly stated after this match he was going to retire.
Well,
Do
no,
you
well
know
that was
anything about him
no,
making
that
an
was part.
announcement on that?
No, that was part of the shtick. I mean, we were also announcing, we all were, that after he beat Paul Italia, he was going to change his name to the second worst arm wrestler in the world. No, that was part of the shtick. But no, Ryan. Ryan really had not trained. He had pulled, really had not trained seriously until a couple months ago, and even then, he had to. He really had to wait for a while because he had an injured left shoulder, and so he really wasn't able to do everything he wanted. But quite frankly, had he been able to train longer, or had he been training more, and had more experience, I think he would have done done much better. Oh no, I don't expect. No, I mean, obviously Ryan's main focus has been uh, not at the table, and quite frankly has his mind. I mean, I've gone to gazillion practices, and I'm now in I think 110 competitions in my 6 years. But I freely admit that that's not what I am providing to the sport. I'm doing other things for the sport. Certainly I'm not one of those that's known for crushing my opponents and drinking blood from their skulls. But we all have our role to play, and no, I certainly do not expect Ryan to retire from pulling.
Yeah. I'll get back to Captain Pretentious, Chris Warren. As far as I've seen from him, which is very little. Obviously, I seen his clip on his channel, the Lawless Luchadors, where he did a King of the Table of his own, and it was pretty funny and entertaining. But more so on a serious note, I did see him compete a little bit at that tournament, where Travis Bajent came back and at that one where he competed. And I mean, what was I supposed to be impressed about? He lost. Um,
Okay, so what you're
he's
saying is,
even told me in personal conversations that his hand is weak, or his thumb is not as strong as it should be. Yeah, I feel like he's trying to bait me in, basically trying to be clever, and
well, so are you
so
suggesting that, are you,
I just have an overall feeling that I do need to, and I would anyways, just because of who I am, personality wise and stuff. But I ain't going to take him lightly.
okay, I was going to say, it sounded like you were assuming that a person could not be impressive when he was losing. And, the answer there is clearly, who is he losing to?
Far as I
Is he,
know, or actually, I don't know. I don't know if he was pulling in pro or amateur, to be honest.
well, regardless, I mean, someone can still, uh, you could have someone that just started pulling that is doing a very impressive job, without, although he would still get smashed by people who have been in the, sport for many decades or even many years. You know, I don't judge someone's whether they are doing an impressive job by whether they are strictly by whether they're winning. I mean, obviously that's, one thing you want to win, but just because a person is not, they could still be. For the gym I used to go to had a sign on the door that said "It's you versus yesterday." If a person comes along dramatically over a period of months, improving themselves either physically or skill wise or whatever, I think that's impressive, even if they are still losing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
I agree with that.
obviously, if we were going by, whether you're winning or not, I would be the least impressive person in arm wrestling. Well, I might be the second least impressive, but because I have one more than Ryan, but that's only because he's
Yeah,
been in 3 competitions and I've been in 110. But I still suck.
yeah. I've always looked at you as more of an ambassador for what you do with the '98 and everything. And I mean, not to be mean or offensive or anything, but honestly, I can never really consider you an arm wrestler. I would consider you an enthusiast.
Well, no, I don't think that's unfair. I really don't. I've made the point. No, I've made the point that I am a much better training partner than I am a competitor,
Yeah,
because where I do
and
not have,
and that's a good thing because you know the real thing about the arm wrestler's journey is is seriously a dichotomy of having a team that you work with so that you can go out on your own and win your own battles,
well,
basically.
see, and Eric, I have one big advantage over you. If you show up at a tournament, you have to basically win or do well to be impressed. I just have to show up and people say, "Holy shit, is he still pulling at 72?" And so, I get credit just for that.
Oh yeah, yeah, hell yeah. I mean, for real, yeah. I'd agree with that too.
No, I'm not at all uh, blind to the limitations limitations that I'm having. I'm doing this as recreational. I'm doing it for exercise, and certainly would I like to have a greater win loss record? Sure. On the other hand, I'm not obsessing over that, nor will I.
Gotcha. Well, like I always say, to each his own.
Hmm.
But as I stated earlier, I'm really looking forward to getting back in the mix after I purchase my own table and what have you. Um,
Well, as I told you, what you need to do is, get back and keep your keep your trap shut at times. I didn't quite word it that
Dave
way,
is
but
more of an arm wrestler than you will ever be, Eric.
hmm.
I can see why you say that, Josh. I can see why you say that.
Well, see, Josh I pulled Josh frequently over the. In fact, I guess I first met Josh about a good at least 4 years ago. I'm not sure how long he's been going, 4 or 5 years ago, and I know Josh well, and he knows me well.
Yeah, I told him in a personal conversation that that's why I haven't because I basically whatever he thinks, I have respect for the guy and some of his legacy. And like I told him, it would definitely be cool and an honor to arm wrestle him in a super match.
You and Josh Berger,
Oh
you're
yeah,
saying?
oh yeah.
I would not recommend that one either. I'm sorry, Eric. You're just picking the wrong people's names out of the hat here. I'm sure you'll beat somebody, but
Oh
Josh
no, no,
Berger
no,
is
no.
no.
This is not me. This is not me calling out or
Oh
anything
no,
like
no.
that. I was just making a statement,
Oh yeah,
sharing
no. Well, fine.
some info. You know,
Okay, no,
this
no,
is
no,
not me calling them out.
no. Oh no, no, no. All I'm saying is, hey, I mean, obviously, one does not get better unless one pulls, people who are better, stronger, faster than they are, which I mean, obviously, because there aren't that many people. That that aren't better, stronger, faster than I am. But on the other hand, I'm just letting you know that good that no that Josh is grade A, and you're uh, I let's put it this way. I think Josh would handle you more readily than Paul Italia handled Ryan.
I don't know.
I'm certain. I'm certain of that. I'm certain of
One
that.
one fact here that y'all need to recognize is y'all have very little info on how strong I am and everything. But I'm sure if and when you finally show up over here and we pull, you'll be able to assess a lot things a lot more accurately. Because right now I'm just a mystery. I only
Okay.
have one recorded tournament that's in the air on YouTube, and that's it. You know.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
obviously, y'all can't really judge me on all my footage that I have on my YouTube channel because that's just practice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So that's fine. And like I say, maybe eventually I will be making a swing through the backwoods of Georgia, and who knows? We will get the opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. I've already told you I'm a big fan of static pulling because I like to, as much as the interviews that I've heard by John Brezink and the questions he's been asked, and his answers to them, I seriously emulate that as much as I can, because he's the greatest, number one.
Well,
And
and
I
well,
feel
if you
like
want, if
on my journey, knowing the fact that I've only been pulling technically for just a little bit over or basically a year, and then just me progressing as quickly as I did says a lot.
well, like I
And
say, we'll give you the the professor stamina test when I get there, and I'll tell you that's one thing you are not going to win that one. I have not lost that yet, and I'm not about to lose it to you. I mean, a lot of times I'll be pulling somebody, and
gotcha.
we'll say we're wasting too much time, and we'll give it up. But I have never found anybody to tell me that who said, "Oh, I'm sorry, oh God, I'm so sore, I can't go on."
Gotcha. Yeah, it ain't nothing, Josh Berger. Bad respect for you, man. Anyways, oh, look who it is. What's up, lawless luchadors?
Yeah, if Lawless Luchadors would like to get on, I'll get off. Now, you can
Yeah.
indicate in the chat if he wants to
No,
join.
it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and just end my live right here. Because to be serious, like 18 minutes ago, the original live like cut off and then it restarted itself. So it's going to be interesting. I guess this is going to be in like two parts. But I want to thank you for coming on and chatting with me, and we'll keep in touch as well. Uh,
Okay. Good night.
and I'm going to another shout out to my viewers and subscribers. Thank y'all. And I'll see y'all next Sunday, maybe. Adios.
Mm-hmm.